Radio Boss,
Yeah.
Hard Body Kiotti, Nipsey Hussle. My God, what's going on, man?
Oh man, we locking in. Victory lap out now, man.
You know the main thing I like about watching a lot of the interviews and stuff, you don't like goofy people.
Yeah, no. I mean, I ain't gonna say I don't like it. I don't like people playing with things that shouldn't be played with. You know what I'm saying? It's all good if we being humorous and cracking jokes. You know, I ain't gonna say I don't like goofy people. I just don't like playing with gang culture, playing with, you know, hip hop, things that people didn't change their life, people that come from nothing. You know what I mean? Use as a method to empower themselves and take care of their family.
Right.
I get offended when people, you know, treat it as a disposable thing or as something that could be trolled or played with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And build business models around joking and playing with artists and they struggles that they go through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I take offense to that.
One thing that we just kind of talked about, and it's funny, we at the radio station, but like radio isn't the finish line. Radio isn't what, like, to me, an artist should be focused on. When I mean artists, it's so many free platforms that you can spread your message without necessarily having to, hey bro, can you play me? You know, it don't really be like that. What has been, I guess, one of the better platforms for you as far as people finding the music and that you see them reacting to your music on? Would it be like a Spotify?
I mean, platform, you know what, I had to realize that it's about people. People all trained to different platforms.
Right.
You know, you got your people that's trained to YouTube. You ask my daughter, she 9.
Oh, that's how they...
Have you heard this new song? She going to YouTube.
Right.
To her, a song is visual as much as it is audio. You know what I'm saying? Because she trained, her generation trained to YouTube. Then you got people that just go to the radio. If it ain't on the radio, it don't exist then.
Right.
But the whole point is that it's people. You know what I'm saying? So if you making music thinking about Spotify or Apple or radio, you missing the point. You supposed to be thinking about people.
Right.
In my opinion, in my experience, because I didn't make that mistake before. And then go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, just I've made the mistake of trying to create something that people consume and live and die behind, which is music, for a thing that's not a person. Radio is not a person. Spotify ain't a person. You know what I'm saying? The club ain't a person.
Right.
You can't. It don't have ears.
What you got? Man, I got this new single for the club.
Yeah.
We finna kill it. Hey, bro, that ain't...
You know what I'm saying? The club ain't got no ears. How's it gonna even hear your song?
Right.
Who's in the club? People. So if you making songs for people, you got a much better understanding of what you're trying to do.
A lot of time, people give you like a lot of props for being like a savvy businessman and having businesses. But a lot of time, like, we don't hear about the loss. You remember like your first loss you took that you was like, ooh, this ain't... Like,
first one, I remember some of the big ones. I took a lot of losses. I remember, you know, some of the big ones. You know, getting your bike stolen out your backyard is lost. You know what I mean? But as far as the ones that was devastating, you know what I'm saying? That was heartbreaking as a kid.
Like, oh, where my BMX? The Mongo's gone.
That's like your car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't even do nothing no more. You stuck.
How we get to the store?
Yeah. But you know, man, we got raided more than once. You know what I'm saying? The police really boxed up all my music equipment. In addition to everything else out the house, they took cars, jewelry, everything. They took all my music equipment, hard drives, everything. That was a total loss. You can get back money, cars, jewelry, but you can't get back a song. Or like a visual, niggas is dead. You know what I'm saying? People done passed away and you got them on camera. You know what I mean? A classic moment and the hard drive gone. And it's over. You can't do nothing with it.
I remember seeing clips from like the Rodney King and stuff like that, and when you see LA, and when people from LA, like even as far back as NWA saying like F the police, like fuck the police, is it still like that now? Like, or does cameras make people more accountable?
Well, yeah, I think the culture is still the same.
Okay.
You feel me? Gangbanging is still a culture for sure, and that's the culture of LA. If you was a young kid growing up in LA, you gonna feel a way to that. You know what I mean? No way around it. The technology basically worked against street crime because you're not getting it's no secrets. You can't even go to a motel with a little side piece in 2018 because the cameras. Not me particularly. I ain't saying.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, you know.
I'm saying you see how much these blogs have built their motto off catching people slipping because ain't no such thing as a secret. You're not getting away with nothing. So let alone doing a shooting in the middle of the day. It's a camera gonna catch you. It's gonna, you know what I'm saying? Your phone gonna connect to a tower. So that impacted, you know, the prison population. It ain't stopped niggas from shooting.
Yeah.
Everybody went to jail. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
everybody got caught. Everybody was on camera. Everybody's phone was on the tower. Technology closed a lot of cases. And so you get a movement to where certain niggas just acting like they don't care, but they do, and they get caught in them situations and they tell. You know what I'm saying? Then you get another side of it where people start thinking different. Like, man, I'm about to get with this music. I'm about to get with this opening up a business or something, because it's really, this shit really over with for real. You know, so it has its effect, but the culture still exists for sure.
So whenever, because that transition is a real one. A lot of people say, hey man, I done made me a little bread. Let me go ahead, invest in this music. Let me go ahead and open up a business. For artists, a lot of us are still in the mind state of, I'm gonna go find me an investor. I'm gonna go find somebody to put up this imaginary amount of money. And hopefully from that, then I'm gonna go and do A, B, and C. But to me, the answer is, hey, you gotta invest in yourself. You might not be able to go get them J's that come out every week, or you might gotta not go to
strip club.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You might not make it rain for a few weeks, because even me as a DJ, it's countless times. You know, the first thing I do when the artist be like, hey bro, check my music. I be like, what's your Instagram?
Period.
So I'm gonna go look, and whenever they come to us and you hear this song that's not mixed and mastered, they handing you a CD or sending you something, it's no artwork, but they gonna tell you, hey bro, I'm next. But if you go look on Instagram, hey fam, these J's don't come out for 2 more weeks, big fella. You be like, hey man, you gotta invest in you. Like, you gotta build your own brand.
100%.
And that's something that you figured out.
Yeah, I mean, through trial and error, for sure. But then again, I look at it like the game gonna test you. You know what I mean? The game, everything gonna test you if it's worthwhile.
Right.
And you gonna make decisions based on what you care about more. And without even being conscious that you're getting tested, you're gonna be getting tested. And so you're gonna have decisions to make. Should I, continue this lifestyle, whether it's shopping, clothes, whatever your lifestyle is, or do I gotta sacrifice a little bit because I really, really care about this music and it really is important to me. So whatever I gotta do, I'm gonna do it, and that's gonna be them distinguishing decisions. You know what I'm saying? That separate the ones that end up getting it from the ones that don't. And I be telling my people, like young niggas that ask me for advice and whatnot, like, I had to take 2 steps back to take 10 forward. But them 2 back hurt. That's painful. That moment right there is gonna be a defining moment. You know what I mean? Where you used to getting treated a certain way, you used to getting received a certain way, and then you step back because of your sacrifice.
Right.
In my case, it was like I stopped hustling. I stopped, making money every day. When you make money every day, it's a different spirit you carry. It's a different way you get treated. It's a different vibe. It's a different charisma you carry. It's a different, you get money every day. You spend money every day because you're making it every day. So you just got a certain glow about yourself, and people respond to that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then to sit in the studio every day, let alone invest in your equipment, but then sit there for years, you damn near forget you was the man. You damn near forget how people react to you. It ain't nothing but a little bit of brush up you gotta do, but you almost forget. You know what I'm saying? It affect everything, your confidence, how you look at yourself. But that's the test.
How much did you have to sacrifice to get to this point?
Man, everything.
And I asked that because even for me, like at the end of the day, so for the past, let's say 5, 6, 7 years, I do radio at night. So I'm a dad. I'm a husband. You know what I'm saying? For me to be successful and for us to live how we live, hey,
time.
I tell my wife, hey, baby, it ain't no movie night. You know what I'm saying? We going to the 12 o'clock in the afternoon or 12 o'clock movie. Tell my kids, hey, man, daddy ain't gonna be able to make it to this event or that event because of what I'm doing. So what people look at as, oh, he got a fun job. Hey, man, I sacrifice family time all the time.
Off top.
Every night. You know what I'm saying?
Off top.
So for someone like you that not only is an artist, but you're an entrepreneur, you have a family as well.
Yes, sir.
How much have you had to sacrifice to get to this point? That's what made me ask that question.
Everything get tested. Your relationships get tested. You know what I'm saying? All of that, everything get tested. The kids is hard to explain to, but I used to keep my daughter away from the studio because there was a lot of men in the studio.
Right.
And it just was a certain energy. I ain't want to necessarily overexpose my daughter.
Right.
But I realized the time that I'm being away, she coming with me, and I'm just gonna situate this room to where everybody know my daughter in here. So it's gonna be certain ways we talking. We ain't talking like that with my daughter in here because I can't just. I live in my work. This my life. So I can't separate my kid. I gotta just bring her with me some days, and that can't be the reason why we can't spend time. Oh, I'm in the studio. Well, come on, you come to the studio with me, and then I'm gonna have a homegirl sit with her in the other room with the cartoons or with the iPad or with the snacks, and she can kind of peep what I'm doing and get a better understanding. Like he ain't just avoiding me.
Right.
He really in here working. Concert, she coming with us. You know what I mean? She gonna roll. I watched the Bob Marley interview. And look at any Bob Marley interview, you're gonna hear kids in the background. Everyone. You're gonna hear babies running around. It's gonna be weed lit. It's gonna be everything that you try to keep your kids away from.
Yeah.
But the kids gonna be right there on deck. And they turned out fine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not to say I don't smoke no more. You know what I mean? So I don't have my daughter around no weed. That's not what I'm saying. But
Right.
just like I peeped, damn, like, even like artists I talked to, I was hollering at Fetty Wap, and he like, man, I got my family another tour bus. So when I roll, he like, I don't want to come home from the road no more because I got my family with me. Like all my kids, they in the bus behind me. All they moms is in the bus behind me. Taking, you know what I mean? It's a sober, no drug, no alcohol bus. It's for the kids, and every city I go to, they following behind. So I think like you gotta embrace it, that this is what you're doing. And then figure out ways to take the hit off your family as much as you can. But the sacrifice is real. You know what I'm saying? It's real.
Extremely real.
Yeah.
I think that one of my favorite songs off the project probably has to be Dedication.
Yeah.
Just because for somebody like me that resonated, you gotta love this shit. Like this is not something that you don't love or you're not passionate about, and you be like, I'm just like. It's a lot come with this.
100%. And if you don't love it, you're gonna quit.
Every time.
You're gonna hang the towel up for sure. And if you ain't willing to die and lose everything for it, you're not gonna make it. And you're probably not gonna die. You know what I'm saying? But you gonna
pass out before you die, okay?
Yeah, you're gonna have to be comfortable with dying for this shit.
Yeah.
Just like gang banging.
Yeah.
You can't be a real banger if you ain't willing to die and do life. You're not gonna be able to function under the situation. Not to say that's what you want, but you're gonna have to accept that's a part of this life.
Speaking of, and not on no funny stuff, gangbanging is different in LA than it is in like other places. Cause when you go places on the road, I'm sure you meet other, gangbangers, and it'd be a little different.
Yeah.
You're like, hey man, no, that ain't how we do it. Where I'm from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With LA, it's more a part of growing up. Like this is where we stay at, or this is where we lived at. Or
that's how the streets is ran in LA. Gangbanging, not hustling. You could be a successful hustler and have no say so. You know what I'm saying? You could have the bag and all that. It don't matter, bro. Niggas gonna take that from you. For real. Because that's not the structure of LA. The structure of LA is banging. So it's like every community is controlled by a gang and got a history. And got, a narrative of what happened and who did what and who stood down and who stood up and who did what they were supposed to. And back in this day when it was going down, all them stories still written on the wall. You know what I mean? So it's just it's the way of the area that you grew up in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As much as you be an individual, it's a way of life that your granny know about it, your aunties and them know about it, your mama know about it,
right?
Everybody, the mailman the difference between the neighborhoods you drop and delivering mail in.
Oh, let me turn this hat on this side.
It ain't even that's like a Chicago thing, like breaking the hat off, but just like the stop signs. It's a real culture. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like you wake up and decide, oh, that documentary inspired me. I want to go bang, or I heard this album.
Yeah,
I seen the video. This is something I want to do. Not to say that's how other areas got it, because it's a lot of different reasons everybody do what they do.
Right.
But just as far as LA, the school teachers, but it's the way of the streets. Period. It ain't no alternative thing going on in the streets.
But you kind of mess it up for the stereotype, because stereotypically people would tell you gangbangers are dumb. They have no idea what's going on out here. Right. We just out here to tear up the streets in the community.
Right.
And when you sit down and talk to you, you're not an uneducated guy. You're a businessman. You're a father. You're a family man.
Right.
So it kind of messes up the stigma or the stereotype of gangbangers are,
Yeah, because you gotta take the human element out of it for you to give a young person 150 years. You can't look at him like a human being if you a judge or you a lawmaker, or else you're gonna be sympathetic a little bit. You're gonna be like, it's a little kid. This dude's 16.
Yeah.
So you gotta tell yourself this not a human. You know what I'm saying? He's a predator. He's a you know what I mean? He's a killer. He's not a regular, and that's not the truth. You know what I mean? He's just somebody that was in the area where this was going on. You know what I mean? And got caught up in some shit probably that, held a lot of years. But in order to treat young people that's in that life the way they get treated,
right,
you gotta not look at them like humans. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why you got a perception that to be a gang member, you just gotta be this cold-hearted, calculated killer. And that's farthest from the truth. You got young people that was sport prodigies and, had dreams to be chefs, and they just grew up in an area that was gangbanging. Go outside, that's what's going on. And then, as a man, you want to identify with strength. You ain't got no strength in your house. You go outside, who respect it outside, and who, you know what I'm saying, who got confidence, who got pride.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm going to pattern myself out of them, and that was gang members. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
Yeah.
Fashion. You into the fashion I see too. I see a lot of the Puma gear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. I met some of them. I go to Agenda and stuff like in Vegas when they do the clothing launches, and you can look at the lines.
Yeah.
And when I saw the Puma, I was like, man, let me go and call a few of my plugs over at Puma, see if I can get that size 9. You know what I'm saying?
It's all good. That's all good. Nah, I did a collab with Puma recently where we did an endorsement deal.
Okay.
And so we about to work on a few things. We're gonna do a collaborative release. That's gonna be, apparel and shoes. We gonna do events. We gonna do a retail setup in my store at the Marathon store.
Right. Dope store, by the way. From what I've seen online, I haven't had a chance to.
Yeah, when you're in LA, pull up. It's fire. It's an experience, and it's right on Crenshaw and Slauson. So it's a dope vibe walking in from the parking lot, and then once you come inside, how I feel. You know what I mean?
Man, did people have to check in for All Star? Because I forgot All Star just was in the city. It was a lot of stuff circulating on the internet.
I mean, I ain't an extortionist. So you can't pay me for no love. I ain't even selling no love.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? That's not even
real talk.
I sell music and clothes and all type of other shit.
Yeah.
I don't sell like friendship, you know what I'm
real
saying?
Talk.
Or protection. But at the same time, that's a tricky one. You know what I'm saying? Just based on how the thing about it is that if I come to disrespect Houston, I expect to get checked. Period. I don't expect to get away with disrespecting no place.
Yeah.
Man, if I go to Beverly Hills and I disrespect Beverly Hills, the police might be the one to check me, but somebody gonna check me.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? I just feel like it's about respect. Anywhere you go, I'm gonna come with respect. I know it's been going on in this city way longer than I've been here a couple hours.
Yeah.
It been lives that been lived, and wars that been fought, and all type of things that went on.
True.
And respect that's been established, and you gotta come. When I say check in, or when the word check in, and when I hear it, I mean like check into the culture of what it is. Like, okay,
right,
what's going on out here? How,
right.
What's the necessary way to move, just so
right.
I don't be in violation.
Right.
And so I think that's what the check in is about. Just educating yourself. If you're gonna be outside, you go to the hotel and lock your door, and you ain't got to deal with
you
nothing.
Good, baby. Lock into that TV.
Watch your cable and eat your room service.
Right.
But if you're going outside, you're going to clubs, and you're going to make yourself exposed to the element of people, you should just be aware of the way that it go down, so that you know how to respect it.
Straight like that. I do a lot for the artists, the local artists, the upcoming artists in the city. If you could just get in one piece of advice before we get out of here, an upcoming artist that may be right on the brink of trying to find their greatness or start the beginning of their legendary run, what would you tell them?
Man, that's a tricky one too. I would say,
and I know it's a lot of game. If you could just give them a little,
I'm trying to think of the most effective thing I could say in a short way of saying it is probably just like, be ready for a good fight, man. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas, you don't come to fight Tyson thinking it's about to be easy. You about to get in here, you know what I'm saying, take this title from old boy.
I'm finna 2-piece.
Yeah, we good to go. You nigga,
And give me the belt, right.
You better be ready to get your jaw broke. You better be ready to get a low blow, get your ear bit. No disrespect to Tyson. You know what I'm saying?
It be some ear bite.
Yeah, it's savage. And the reason I compare it to a fight, because think how many people want these spots. You know what I'm saying? It's, how many spots is it in rap music for real at one time? How many slots on the radio is it? If you want a top 10 record, how much room is it for to be? It ain't that many slots. So you're gonna have to be willing to really fight hard, you know what I mean? And really be one of them guys. You know what I'm saying?
Cause I tell people that people be like, hey man, I just wanna be better than such and such. I say, fool, you think you competing with such and such? Do you know how many artists it is in this country and how many record labels are saying, hey, my artist is on.
Yeah.
Hey, my artist, fool, you're not competing with somebody from your neighborhood. You competing with everybody. You don't just have to say, I want to be better than. Nah, bro. You competing with everybody. There's 10, 12 spots.
100%.
So that's what's up.
Yeah.
Nipsey Hussle, be sure you support the album.
Yeah, Victory Lap. Go grab that, download it, stream it, all that.
Straight like that. On the radar, it's the real sound of H-Town, 97 on the box.
Love.
Appreciate it, my G.
Always, man. Thank you.
Respect.
Yes, sir. Likewise.